just wrote him a quick reminder email. It says Franz von Holzhausen, so we could be. It's quite good.
I'm here.
Hello, Franz. Can you hear us?
Yes, now I got you.
Perfect.
Hi, guys.
Perfect. A very warm welcome to the Tesla Takeover Europe.
Yeah, welcome. Great to see you all. Sorry I couldn't be there in person.
Yeah, we're a little bit sad about it, but it's cool to have you here on screen. Thank you for that. Thank you for your time. You see, all the crowd is waiting for you. So we are very proud that we have you here on the big screen. Thank you for that. And yeah, give us a few words for our guests for the Tesla Takeover Europe.
I mean, awesome to see everybody gathered. We super appreciate all of your enthusiasm, love for our brand, especially. Tesla is an amazing company, but it only really exists because of people like you and the people that help support it by buying our products and living the dream in a way. So we super appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I just can give the thanks back. You are such an inspiration for us. Tesla is such a cool brand, such an amazing company. And before we ask you the question from our beloved audience, if you don't mind, I just want to tell a little story that inspired me so much. So you're fine if I tell the story about Andre, your meeting?
Of course, sure.
So I will, yeah. Andre, who knows Andre, please? Is he here? Andre, where are you? Are you here? So Andre is the biggest Tesla fan of the world. We can sure say that he's an amazing boy. He's so heartfelt. He's amazing. And his biggest dream is to get more mobility because he had serious injury from birth. So he has to use a wheelchair. And with the Tesla, he can be so much more mobile. And his biggest dream is Optimus, of course, because with Optimus, he really can get a much better life. And thanks so much to you. You made it happen that when Andre last year in October was in LA, we got the chance to meet you, and you made really something so special which gives me goosebumps. You made it happen that Andre could see the Optimus team, and I want to show some amazing pictures of this little boy. See his look how happy he and his mother are. And he got 1 hour secret location in LA where they worked so hard for this great product, and see what these guys, what Tesla, what Franz and his team made possible for this little child Andre. So thank you so much. A big applause to Franz and all the guys from Tesla. Yeah, I have to check it out. That's difficult. So maybe, Karina, you start with some questions.
Thank you. Welcome, Franz. My name's Karina. I'm with these two crazy guys in the Tesla Club Austria team, and I'm so thrilled to be here with you today. Yesterday it was May, today it's you. We have some questions prepared from you from our community. It's important to have their voices and what they feel about this brand, really what Tesla created and what we did. And from your point, I want to start off with the first question. From your point as a designer, you see...
There it is, sorry, here's Andre.
Oh,
big applause
Andre.
for Andre.
And it's great that Andre's there. He was such an inspiration for our team as well, and his enthusiasm was just electric. You know, it was great being around him. He's such a smart little guy, and yeah, really appreciated having him around, and hope he can come back and we can show him some more cool stuff.
Wow, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Say hi to Franz.
Yes, yeah, he's hi from him.
Hey, Andre, nice to see you.
Oh my God.
You remember Franz?
Of course I do remember FRANZ.
What's your best memory of him?
Well, I met him at the Tesla Design Center.
Really? What did you like most there? What do you remember?
Well, I remember all the Optimuses and Sats.
Wow.
And this cat is
And you have this cap from FRANZ Tesla Diner.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. Well, hi, FRANZ.
Hey, Andre, good to see you. When are you coming back to visit us?
I don't know. In October, maybe?
Awesome. You're welcome back anytime.
I mean, Franz, you see what community you built with your contribution to Tesla, really a people's brand. And from your part, you see people reacting to this brand and to Tesla every day. And a question that come from the community was, what surprises you most about the emotional connection Tesla drivers develop with their cars? And how does that influence into future designs?
I mean, to me, every day I see somebody in a Tesla, it just, I don't know, it makes me feel like what we're doing, our ideas, our mission is actually worth something, and it is changing the world. And I think, you know, my job is to make this technology that's so incredible attractive and easy to use and easy to love, and I think we've done a pretty decent job at that. And I think when I, like the question says, when I see people interacting with their Tesla, it just reminds me that, you know, it's not just us who are thinking about this mission, the people that are working at Tesla, it's much bigger than that. And we've, you know, I think we've created something great that people aspire to and feel great about. In the early days, when we were first just developing the Roadster, I would see a Roadster on the road and I knew who that person was because the community was so small. But now, you know, now that there's Teslas everywhere and around the world, there's no way to have a personal relationship with anybody. But it just, you know, makes me feel like we're doing something right. I think as a community, together, we're actually, you know, combating this addiction to fossil fuel, which I think is, you know, really important. And I think we're just moving an entire generation of transportation forward. I think if, you know, what we're doing and what you guys believe in and you know, participate in by, you know, purchasing a Tesla and being part of our community, you're moving a whole, like, generation of transportation in a different and better direction. And I think that's the most important part. So that's what keeps me inspired and keeps me going and wanting to continue to build this community and make better, you know, better vehicles for mobility and getting us around safer. And also, I think, just leaving behind a better planet.
Thank you.
But, you know, you can create these products, but if you guys, the people, aren't interested in them or aren't attracted to them or don't believe in them, then it doesn't matter. So I think we've found something that people resonate with, both on the mission side, on the product side, on something that makes their lives, your lives safer and better. And we need to keep on that mission. And I think, as we continue to deliver autonomy, then I think more and more people have access to mobility and really a freedom to move about that they've never experienced before. And I'm really excited about where the next chapter of autonomy will bring us and free up the ability for everybody to, have some freedom and get around and go to places where they, before they weren't able to go to. And then with the help of Optimus, basically free up their lives to not have to do mundane tasks anymore. I mean, it's a pretty awesome future.
Thank you. And you mentioned that it's easy to use, and that's what I figured, that Tesla really goes towards simplicity a lot. And we have another question towards that, which is the less is more approach. Is there a design element in the current interior that you would say today, we would make that even more radical in the next major refresh?
I think from an interior perspective in our vehicles, I always thought that the screen, the interaction experience is really what I call the hero of the interior. It's the thing that you interface with. It's constantly improving. It's the thing that makes your car better and better all the time. And we can deliver so many special elements like, games and movies and entertainment and ways to listen to audio that I think are unparalleled, that there's no other vehicle that can deliver so much in an infotainment system and as easy to use as what we're trying to achieve. And so for me, the hero of the interior is really this element that allows you to do the things that you want to do. Work when you need to work, be entertained when you want to be entertained, listen to your favorite podcasts or music, etc., or just see where you're going on your journey. And I think that's the thing that will continue to evolve. And our interiors are designed to embrace that and make that experience, make you feel comfortable in a space, and have all these things at your fingertips. And then, the ability a product doesn't have to be cold and stale and serious. And I think when we put in some ideas like, dog mode or, fart on command or whatever, we bring some levity to your interaction with what is up to date been known as kind of just a transportation device, like a cold, sterile product. So I think the ability to add some fun and levity into your life as you're moving around is something we'll continue to do. And so we're always open to ideas on how to make things better. And we always welcome if anybody ever has any thoughts on how to make the overall experience in our interiors better. We thrive on, trying to be better and better every day. So always welcome to suggestions, and you can post them, you can send them to us however you want. But we make the products get better because we have feedback from our customers that's really great, and we listen to it and we try to incorporate that. And I believe, you can buy a car now, but you can rest assured that it will be better in 1 year's time or 2 years' time than when you purchased it. The experience will be better, the ambiance will be better, the overall kind of use of the car will be better. And there's no vehicle that does that today.
Thank you. So what you have already achieved, you mentioned this. We are here in this is now today the Tesla Center of Europe, in Europe, the Tesla Center. And we have 2 products on display in our outdoor area. The people are walking by and they were like, "Are you serious?" This is the Cybertruck and the Cybercab. So congratulations to that. You've achieved this reaction, those two vehicles. And
well, Cybercab is really where I think the future of autonomy is headed, and that vehicle will allow everybody a chance for low-cost mobility, and even like Andre will be able to use it and get to see his friends easily and safely. It's the most efficient vehicle ever designed, ever engineered, and will also be able to provide really low-cost transportation, potentially cheaper than ever owning a vehicle. And I think that's going to allow a huge segment of people that are they can't afford to necessarily own a car, maybe, but they'll have the ability to have transportation. So it'll open up the ability for people to get from A to B that some people have just never had that opportunity. And so that's really the future. You see Cybercab, it doesn't have, it feels like a car, but it feels like a futuristic car. And that's the vehicle that we're going to start seeing on the roads everywhere around the world. And we have many more ideas like that coming behind it. So I think it's going to be a pretty exciting looking future, as well as just opening up new markets and allowing mobility for people that just never had access to it before.
thanks.
And then I'm sorry to say that Cybertruck is not technically legal in Europe. Maybe one day we can fix that, but for right now, I think, unfortunately, it's really designed for the U.S. market. It's such a big, the pickup truck market is so huge in America. We were, specific to design that vehicle specifically for the U.S., but you never know.
Looking forward to all the future developments, of course. So, speaking of the Cybercab, are you open to share the most difficult design decisions?
On the most difficult design decisions on Cybercab, actually they're fairly easy. I think, we were trying to make the car feel almost like a sci-fi, futuristic product, and getting really big wheels on a car is always a challenge with engineers. So from a design perspective, we were really excited about, making big wheels and making the car feel really futuristic. But the engineering team was really struggling with this. So that would be a good question for Lars from up front. But I think that it's always interesting. We're so used to designing a car with pedals and steering wheel and the idea that you drive it. That's just something that we've all grown up with. And I think when we start working on the space where there's no pedals and no steering wheel and the car is actually doing the work and you're now a passenger, everybody in the vehicle is a passenger, I think that opens up the idea on what a vehicle can be. And I think in Cybercab, if you have a chance to sit in it, you start to realize that it's a more relaxed environment. It's a more comfortable seating position. The seats are more like, a couch than an automotive seat. And I think, you start to see the relaxation that you can have, knowing that something else is doing the hard work and that you'll be safe. So I think there are some things that we always take for granted as we're designing products, especially vehicles, that we had to let go of. And it's a new frontier. Autonomy is new for everybody, including us. And so we're working in that space and trying to be really creative, but really focused on how the person that's in the vehicle can feel relaxed and comfortable, and realize that the vehicle is much safer than they ever could be as they're driving, and allow them to relax and have a better experience.
Thank you. Another question from the community was, which design decision did you regret the most?
I mean, well, okay, the one that I think is maybe the hardest to have absorbed, but it's understandable, is when we decided to stop producing Model S and Model X. Two weeks ago, we said goodbye to Model S and Model X. We handed over the very last vehicles, and that's 18 years of working on one product, or two products, and 14 years of production. And I think both those vehicles, especially Model S, look extremely modern and relevant on the road today. And so I think like having to say goodbye and shut off production of those two products when they're amazing vehicles. That was a hard decision, probably one of the hardest ones. It was very bittersweet. But knowing that we're making room for the future and some of the stuff that we're working on in our studio and with the teams, making space for that new, really exciting autonomous future makes that okay.
Thank you for this outlook. I saved one question for the end, basically. Will you still allow us to ask this question?
Of course, ask away.
If you had complete creative freedom, no production constraints, no cost engineering, no Elon, what crazy vehicle would you design?
Well, maybe you're going to see it in very soon. I think our Roadster is coming. It maybe answers all those points that you just mentioned. Even with the interaction with our engineers and production and Elon, etc., I think it's going to be one of those really unique products that I think is going to blow people away. So I'm really excited about that. So coming soon. Hopefully in a few weeks we'll start to see the new Roadster.
Thank you for making every one of us so happy. And these are my final words to you. Thank you so much, Franz.
Well, yeah, I mean, thank you guys. Like I said before, Tesla doesn't really exist without its customers and its fans and its enthusiasts, and you guys are off the charts. And we really appreciate that. And I think, we can't continue to move forward without you guys being part of our family. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Franz, for your time. We really appreciate it. We have now a few words from our little special guest to you, and then we are finished. Thank you so much.
So goodbye, and may the force be with you.
Andre, I look forward to seeing you soon. Please come visit again. Excuse me, we didn't hear it. Sorry.
Great.
Can you repeat it? We didn't hear it.
Oh, sorry. Andre, please come visit us again soon. We look forward to seeing you.
So, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time, and also we need some time to party really hard today, so sorry we don't have much more time for you because we need to celebrate this amazing day. And of course, as always, apologies to Mr. Elon Musk. We ran out of time, but maybe next time. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Mehr kommen.